And we're gonna start with this. It's panic time. It's panic time. I think I'm jumping on the ship. It's not looking good for the Lakers right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Look, man, you want to know the statement of can't catch a break? You can't catch a break. Well,
Listen,
this is a prime example of can't catch a break.
I know playing bound. Yeah, that might be. They might be playing bound. Schroeder, they might be playing bound. Schroeder's out. LeBron is apparently not 100%. AD has back spasms now. My goodness.
Hey, you know what I say? You know what I'm going to say. See you next year. Rewind it next year. Play it back next year.
There's no next year. He's 36. What you mean next year?
Jordan won his last chip at 36. Yeah, shit. I'm at 30. Yeah, 35. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
he's 35.
Yeah.
Then he retired into the sunset.
Well, okay.
Until he landed into Washington.
All right, but wait, hold on. Let's not give up yet. Kareem won his last chip at 41.
Yeah, because Kareem had Magic Johnson and James Worthy. Stop.
Well, he
Cooper
has AD
and Byron Scott.
Yeah,
and AC Green.
Well, come on now. He has AD and Andre Drummond. They'll be fine. He's running back next year.
With all due respect, and there are great talents, and AD is a one-of-a-kind talent. LeBron is the Magic Johnson. And the Kareem, in this case.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do? We are panicking for them. What are we going to do, Evan?
My only concern with the Lakers was, if they were 100%, it was no concern. I believed in the Lakers. I believed in Bron. I believed in defending champions. But I said, only problem is their health. Mm-hmm. Now it's becoming a problem.
Yeah. Once again, they can't catch a big break, and for all those Bron sexuals out there, No nighty night for you guys. No good night sleep for you guys.
First of all, they gotta find an excuse. So they gotta put themselves in a win-win situation no matter what.
Exactly.
But in this case, I know AD is just back spasms, but it seems like it's gonna be one after the other. One is gonna trigger another. Like he's not gonna be fully healthy come playoff time.
Hey man, let's be honest though. We got to make an excuse for why their health is the way it is. Don't forget, they had the shortest period. Don't forget, right after the chip, they had the shortest period, and they had to come back. They probably are not.
All right, that's LeBron and AD. That's not Schroeder.
Okay,
Schroeder's COVID protocols, but that's not any. It's LeBron, AD, Kuzma, Taylor Horton Tucker, KCP, Alex Caruso. Mm-hmm. And that's it, right? And Markieff Morris.
Yeah, and if you want to count on Kostas and Antetokounmpo and yeah. I'm just saying, if you want to count them, you could count them.
And Jared Dudley, sure. But yeah, they got a ring, so sure. Yeah, but that's not Trez. It's not Schroeder. It's not Andre Drummond. Drummond was nowhere near that bubble. He was nowhere near playing in that bubble. Nowhere near. He had extra time.
Well, don't forget, it was a lot of situation with him in the Cavs, but I don't think that should be
whack.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just the health. It really scares me with the Lakers. Yeah, it really does. That'll be the number one reason as to why they won't run it back again.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say, I don't think they're running it back. I don't think they're running it back. I really don't. I really don't. They probably not going to fall out of the playing tournament or whatsoever. But I feel like, okay, I feel like with the way they're going, they're going to lose. I don't know in what round, but they're not making it into the finals. I don't know in what round they're going to lose, but they're going to lose.
And
They're not making.
this is because they're not going to get healthy.
Yes, and this is a simple fact because they're not fully 100% there. When they're 100% there, everything else is 100% there. When they're 100% healthy and everybody's on the floor, their communication is there, their abilities to read each other is there. Like, they know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they know how to get each other going. And this is like, it's not a new squad, but you added on new pieces from the beginning of the season. And you see how well they connect when they're all 100%, but they're not.
Man, it really is tough. I mean, yeah, the back spasms. AD went out earlier in that game against the Clippers.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Clippers just stomped them.
Yeah.
LA, our way.
Yeah, even though your man's kind of looked. I'm looking. Where you at?
All right.
Nice.
Honestly,
You're a future Hall
honestly.
of Fame talent. You're a future Hall of Fame talent.
Honestly, hold on. Let's be honest. Kawhi could have low managed last night. He did not need to be there. He did not need to be there.
Hey man, look, you're first ballot Hall of Famer. Where are you? I don't.
What you mean? It was a blowout,
bro. Okay, all right. He's lucky. He's lucky this time, but still.
Should be saying, "Where are you?" to Caruso. Where's his ankles? PG had him stumbling.
Leave Caruso alone. PG is one of the most gifted, talented ball handlers in the league.
Yeah, but Caruso's a good defender.
Does that face PG? Nope. I'm just saying.
Goat stumbling. Poor Caruso. Poor guy.
Like, it'd be like that. It's been a rough year for him and the guys. So, like, I understand why.
Still remember when he missed that shot against the Heat. He looked like he was about to cry. Oh man, but yeah, I really hope the Lakers can get healthy, but I don't know if they will. You already saying they won't.
It's too late in the season, bro.
Yeah, LeBron said that he apparently he said he doesn't know if he could ever be 100% again.
Which is crazy because this is Braun now we talking about. A dude who spends a lot of money.
Yes, lots of money on his body.
Lots of money in his body, and he's a dude who it's crazy because even though he has like a little injury history, I don't remember him ever getting injured. Like I can't, like I know he got injured. I've seen him, but it's just like I can't really picture him ever being injured though. If that makes sense. Like it just never really come to my mind. I was like, LeBron got injured? I even know. Oh shoot.
Yeah, it was like I remember the groin injury with the Lakers. I remember like a few games that he missed in Miami. I only remember those because Chris Bosh took over. And I believe he had a game-winning shot in Portland. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you remember that too?
Yeah, it was him and the D-Wade connection, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, LeBron doesn't really get hurt. With that, in terms of that statement that he said, I have to see it to believe it. Because this is Braun, like you said.
Yeah.
I had to see it to believe it.
He's like, thanks a lot.
I might what?
He's like, thanks a lot, Bubble.
Yeah, these guys, they need a rest.
Yeah.
Really do need a rest. I mean, he had the shortest off season. That's why he's been struggling too, and why they've been hurt.
Hey, again, man, this whole situation with this whole season startup, like there was going to be a lot of things that was going to hinder and interfere with certain things, especially with teams that are finishing a little bit later. And the way that the NBA is today, with the way that they play so up and down and so quick, it's good to play at a quick pace, but at the same time, it's more risky because injury risk. Well, injury risk is what's going to happen in the sport, but when you're playing so quick like that, it's more likely. Like you know how certain things are just more likely to occur. It's more likely.
Yeah, I think. Actually, no, we don't really have to get into that discussion right now. We don't get to that discussion right now. But yeah. Well, if everybody watched, by the way, yeah, Clippers won. If you haven't noticed, what else was to say?
Well, it looked like you look back at that team. Well, not that team, but the team before. So let's talk about them, man, because
Even though that the guy that I was looking back on wasn't playing, but yeah,
like you know, he even though he wasn't playing, his team was playing. His team came out and like you know they had a chip on their shoulder because what they were doing, it wasn't anything crazy or special, but they did have the advantage all throughout the game. From
you know what? Fuck that, Memphis. You are playing for a playing game. You are trying to move up in the seedings. It is the final month going to up into the final week. Matter of fact, hold on.
I think up and coming week is
going up to the final week of the season. You cannot lose to the Detroit Pistons. This cannot happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's the NBA, everything happened, but no, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. It's too late.
Yeah.
Upsetting, embarrassing. Oh man.
And then when John Moran's getting outplayed by Corey Joseph, and then like you know the whole the whole squad is getting outplayed by Wayne Ellington, who and anyway, by the way, speaking of that, Klay Thompson got to apologize to him. Klay Thompson got to apologize to him because
Wayne Ellington?
Yeah, because don't forget.
I thought you said that to somebody else.
I thought he said that to Wayne Ellington. I guess I guess I'm wrong.
I gotta check back,
but if he did say it to Wayne Ellington, yeah, he gotta take that back because
man, Klay was just no worry about Klay.
But yeah, but he's probably better. He couldn't get in the court. But yeah, like you know, it's just like you know, Wayne Ellington balled out. He balled out. Corey Joseph balled out, and all these guys basically the people who you look at, who if you look at the general view, you look at as role players or average players in the NBA. Like you know, they did vibes. They did vibes against this Memphis team. They played as a team. They attacked the rim. They got inside most of the time. They had a lot of points in the paint. And as a result, they was able to beat Memphis. So for this, after going on a quick burst of a run late in order to game it.
Yeah, all right. I said everything that I need to say. That's just unacceptable.
Unacceptable, but
hey, you know, it wasn't unacceptable. You know, it's 100% acceptable.
What's 100% acceptable?
The Mavs. The Dallas Mavericks.
Did I pick them?
Did you pick them? I don't remember. Recall the footage. Play it back.
Yeah, I gotta do that. But hey, now let's give it up. Actually, like you know, Kyrie. It was a Kyrie show. It was a Kyrie
show. He was balling.
Yeah, it was a massive performance, but that ended up with getting tomatoes thrown at you on stage. Because you know he was looking great, but the people around him was looking good. And you want to know who one of these people?
Surprisingly, surprise. Look at that. What a bum. What a scrub.
Yeah, Giannis is better than you, bro. That's crazy. Giannis is better than you.
Why PG?
It might as well just go back to Golden State, bro. If he's gonna play like that,
shit, go back to Texas.
Nah, matter of fact, tell him to go back to Oak Hill. Let him go back to his roots. How he first started off and would teach himself, like, because what the hell was that? Your man's put up 45, you only put up 20?
It happens, man. It happens.
Yes, it happens, but and like,
Hey,
I'm not,
hey. At least it wasn't against Detroit.
yeah. Look,
we make all these jokes about KD, but at the end of the day, KD is still KD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna have it like this, but by KD standards, this was not a great game. It's not a great game, obviously.
Yeah,
and
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, he just got to get it. He just got to get it back. He just got to get it back. But hey, even this, go on.
99 times out of 100, KD's gonna have a great game. This was the, that one.
That point one.
That one.
But let's be honest, just because of Kyrie though, and let's just stick around. Just because of Kyrie, some valuable production from Mike James, Joe Harris, and all those guys, they were able to keep around with this Mavericks team. And then Luka started making KD look
in that first half, right?
Yep, in that first half, and then in those closing moments of the fourth, in which they went on the run.
Yeah. KD was like on an island.
I was like, wow. I said, all right. I said, I guess Luka's the best player in the world. He can't be guarded. But
then Luka started to struggle in that second half.
Yeah. Well, his shot wasn't there. Well, let me not say it wasn't there all second half, because it did eventually come up.
It came back. It came back.
Yeah. But starting it off, it looked like it was non-existent. Like, he was about to repeat his woes of, well, actually, he had some really good woes in the beginning of the season. But
really good.
Yeah, I mean, he had some good stuff at the beginning of the season. His team just had bad woes.
Terrible.
But we got to give credit to this Mavericks team, especially when it comes up to moments like these, because, they always seem to find some way. It's them and the Celtics. And as of recently, it's been Minnesota. Like, they always find some way in the fourth to make their way back, despite everything that has happened in the game. Always. Because of Kyrie, the Nets did have an advantage, and they looked like they were going to maintain that lead. And then the fourth quarter hit, and then the whole team came alive. I don't know what it is, what is in that Dallas water, or what is in that barbecue, what is in that sauce y'all be putting in, but they had it.
Hey, Luka came alive. And right on time. And he and the Mavericks, they were able to close out this game. Yeah, a much needed win for the Mavericks. Them, the Lakers and the Trailblazers, all around that 7th seed.
Well, one of them is playoff bound anyway, so it doesn't matter. Playing bound, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Portland.
That's your Clippers.
I'll do that. Oh man, you want to talk about other important games needing a win? Going to that Eastern Conference, a team chasing the Knicks for the 4th seed, coming in at a half, a half game back. They get this win. They tied.
But, about that.
About that. Did Reggie Miller come back?
Yes, it looked like Reggie Miller came back. It looked like Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson, all those guys came back from the 90s to help this Indiana team out. Because
we did the addition of Sabonis and LeVert.
With the addition of Sabonis and LeVert, this Indiana team came out to play, and they had a comfortable lead. They had a real comfortable lead from actually majority of all that first half and parts of that second half. They were just taking it to the Hawks. In any way, form, or shape, especially Sabonis, who was having a monster night. And then, again, as underrated as they are, you can never count them out. And the Hawks started going on their run offensively, from creating a shot, getting into the paint, like doing what they had to do, assisting each other in order to help get their shots. And as you can see, Trae Young, John Collins, Bogdanovich, like they just started to get a feel. They started to get a feel of each other in that second half. And it went from Indiana having a comfortable lead to once again, hence why there's no true comfortable leads in the league, because it went from that to now it's in single digits. Now, as you get deep, as the fourth quarter hit and they keep going on their run, now it's just it's like a 1-2 point game.
Yeah.
But you want to know what helped out though? Despite that, you want to know who helped out? Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert. Give that man the ball, let him put the ball on the floor, and he's gonna take you somewhere. He's gonna take you somewhere. Hopefully somewhere good. But he's gonna take you somewhere because he was getting buckets to close out that game. He was getting straight up buckets, just doing whatever he wanted.
And that was game.
That was game.
Yeah, you just kind of froze there.
Yeah. That was game. He closed it out all the way.
Yeah, big win, big upset by this Pacers team. Yeah, Pacers have been so inconsistent this year. It's kind of like I just forgot about them. To be honest with you, like I obviously didn't forget about them, but it's just it's like they're not too bad to really talk about, and they're not really good to talk about. So they're just there.
Well, because they're so used to maintaining the fourth or fifth seed, but I don't know because the season or whatsoever, but teams basically surpassed them this season. Like surprisingly, no disrespect to you, but your Knicks surpassed them, and I never thought that could ever happen.
I did. You got playoff series wins against them.
Yeah, good night.
Just basketball history. That's all. Just basketball.
What happened in 2012?
I mean,
2013.
2013? They lost LeBron in Miami. That's what
happened. Don't do that. Don't do that. Speak about the history between you versus the Pacers.
They lost to Bron, Wade, and Bosh.
No. Between you and the Pacers.
Your team and the Pacers. Basketball history. That's all I'm saying. Basketball history.
Dude, right here. All right.
There was no news, right?
Wait, we skipping the game.
What game?
Vengeance for Washington against Gary Trent.
Whoa! Yes, we are skipping a game.
We skipping the game, and it came down to it. Fred VanVleet. Double FV. I said double FV. FWV.
Drake, Mike Evans.
Federico. What a big three. Knocking it down to send it straight into overtime. And then it became scrappy in the overtime. Battle. It means Pascal looking kind of spicy.
Was balling. Yeah. Spicy. He was balling.
Looking kind of spicy. Kind of spicy. He had just a little bit of hot stuff. A little bit.
What you said?
Yeah, he has been balling as of recently. He has
been balling. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, he was doing his thing. He was doing his thing and stuff, especially in that overtime period, trying to bring his team back. But key statement, trying to bring his team back. It came close to the wire. He did get it and won. But hey, I hate when I forget these parts so much.
Yeah, maybe you should, write it down. Novice, man. What the hell?
Yeah, but what was it? Actually, then Robin Lopez goes to the line. He makes two. Yep. I think that's when Pascal made his and one. Got that. And then it was a quick situation by Washington when Toronto eventually got their final possession to try to foul. And they fouled Fred VanVleet before he could even try to attempt a shot. He goes to the line. Even though he was able to make one, it was it was too much too late. By the time Washington got the ball, they ran out the clock.
Well, before that, it was Neto.
Neto, yeah, there we go, Neto, and he missed one.
Yeah, despite, but he had a good game. Him and Robert Lopez.
Yeah,
they stepped up for him because Russell Westbrook wasn't having the best of nights.
And he's not going to get the record.
No, he still had a triple double. I just said best of nights in terms of scoring. He was kind of struggling a little bit. So Neto, Lopez, and of course Beal, but Beal's always stepping it up. So yeah, and this was a big win for the Washington Wizards team. And the Raptors desperately trying to chase them, trying to get the 10th seed, and this was a big loss.
Yeah. Now take that, Gary Trent.
What was the point? Why?
Hey man, they want a revenge after that game winner. But play some defense this time.
Well, that's one, yeah. And that they got their revenge.
But no news though.
All right, yeah, no news. Well, with that being said, predictions for tonight's sets of games. Friday basketball. Let's go into it. First, the New Orleans Pelicans going against the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly. Pelicans need this win though, but Philly. The Celtics going against the Bulls.
The C's.
Celtics. The Magic up against the Hornets.
Hornets.
The Timberwolves going against the Miami Heat. Heat. The Rockets going against the Bucks.
Yeah, we already know the answer to that one.
Yep, Bucks. The Cavs going against the Mavericks.
Mavs.
The okay, yeah. The primetime game was the Bulls up against the Celtics in Chicago on ESPN, 7:30. Continuing on, the Denver Nuggets going up against the Utah Jazz, battle of Western Conference powerhouses.
I got the Jazz.
I got the Nuggets. They have the MVP, of course. The New York Knicks going up against the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. Remember that last game they played was a great game. Chris Paul closing it out.
And speaking of Chris Paul, happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday. Happy belated now.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday, Chris Paul, point guard.
Legendary point guard. Better than any pure point guard out there. Let me stop. But I got the Suns.
This is gonna be a tough road for the Knicks up ahead. Actually, it started with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
But I think they can get an upset. I got the Knicks. It was a close game last game, but we'll see. Next primetime game, ESPN at 10 o'clock. The defending champions, Los Angeles Lakers. I believe AD will play. He's probably probable. So we have to see, but he most likely will play. Up against the Portland Trailblazers. Big game for both teams in terms of playing.
I'm picking the state of Oregon. They need this. They need this more than the Lakers, in my opinion.
I think both teams need it.
Nah, they need it badly. I changed my mind. They both need it badly.
Yeah. But I got the Blazers as well. And lastly, the Spurs going against the Sacramento basketball team.
Thank you. Can I keep my opinion out of from this one?
Oh, you got to pick the Sacramento basketball team, aren't you?
Well, the Spurs are kind of disappointing me a little bit, and
I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to choose them, and then next thing, De'Aaron comes back and just unleashes like a 50 game.
De'Aaron's back. Well, Zach LaVine's back. He played last night for the Bulls. We forgot to mention, and the Bulls blowout against the Hornets.
Yep, but
shocking.
I guess I'll pick the Spurs, even though they might end up upsetting me.
I got Spurs as well. All right, to wrap things up, let's go to the standings. See where it is. With the Nets' loss against the Mavericks, the Bucks are only a half game back from that second seed. That could be very big. With the Hawks' loss, they fall a game back below the Knicks. The Pacers win and the Hornets loss against the Bulls. The Pacers are only a game back from that 8th seed. With the Wizards win Well, actually, it's still the same, half a game back from the Pacers of the 9th seed.
Yeah.
That could be close. And yeah, the Raptors are 4 games behind the Wizards with 6 games remaining or whatever, or
Oh,
7
so
games remaining.
that means they can't lose one.
I don't think so. And the
Long as they
Bulls are 3.5 games back. All right, so going to the West. The Clippers win. They are a half game ahead of the Nuggets for that 3rd seed. The Mavericks win, and the Lakers lost. The Mavericks are the 5th seed, a game ahead of the Lakers. The Lakers are tied with the Trailblazers for the 7th seed, but the Lakers have the tiebreaker, so they are the 6th seed. The Warriors win against the Warriors play again.
thing.
The Thunder, yeah, Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder.
The Warriors win against the Thunder, and the Grizzlies embarrassing loss against the Pistons. The Warriors are at the 8th seed and half game ahead, and everything else is the same.
That constant changes. Hey, I'm not surprised at this point.
Yeah. What you things that happen? Give me something. Just give me one thing. Just one thing.
Well, I could tell you the Mavericks aren't going back into the playing situation. I can tell you that. I'm confident on that one. I think the Blazers messed up at the wrong time, and the Lakers, I can't truly say that they messed up because they were keeping afloat, but then they got their whole squad back and things went bad. I don't know how that happened.
Sacramento and Toronto.
Yep. Sacramento, two teams that I thought they want to beat with their whole team.
And with Toronto, 4 key players were out, and Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox obviously wasn't playing.
Yeah, it was kind of shocking.
And Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, and it just looked like from that point, they just went downhill. I don't know how that happened because they maintained and then they went downhill. But yeah, it's gonna be between the Blazers or the Blazers
Lakers.
or the Lakers for that playing situation.
Yep.
I don't know who's gonna be.
So disappointing. The Lakers disappointing from the losses, but in general speaking, you can't really do anything about injuries. The Blazers,
you can't know.
Really disappointing. They hit a bad stretch at the wrong time.
Yep.
But they can still have a chance to get out of it. And we'll see. It's going to be a big game tonight between his team of going up against going against the Blazers. So we shall see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Just tune in to tomorrow's podcast. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that. Give us feedback. Everything helps with the channel.
And of course, follow IG and our TikTok below.
Yep. Of course, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
This is My Basketball Podcast.
Got your hat.